Welcome back to the Lydia Table. Ladies, I am so glad you are here. If this is your first time joining me, just want you to know this is a place where women of faith who want to grow a meaningful business, stay anchored in Christ, and shine a light in their communities and beyond come to meet. For those of you who don't know, I am Jasmine. I'm the founder of Jasmine's Joyous Journeys, and I mentor Christian women who feel called to business, travel, and kingdom impact. I spent over 20 years in the travel industry, and now I help women like you discover how their gifts, their faith, and their dreams can come together in a powerful way. So last week we talked about calling and what that looks like when God begins stirring in your heart towards something more. And today we're going to take that a little bit further. We're going to look at one powerful verse in Proverbs 31, and that has so much to teach us about how a woman of God approaches business with wisdom, discernment, and faith. So without further ado, let's look at Proverbs 31 in verse 16. And I'm going to read now. It says, "She considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard." So this one verse packs so much into a powerful blueprint that tells us about strategy, intentional, and fruitful in business. So she made wise decisions. She didn't rush, and she didn't sit on the sidelines either. So I want to break it down into three things that she did. So first, she considers a field. She thinks before she acts. So this tells us she doesn't make impulsive decisions. So she's reflected about what she's going to do, she's prayed about it, and she's evaluated that whatever she is doing is going to have greater value in the end. Number two, she buys that field. She takes bold action, and it's faithful. She takes faithful action. So there comes a time after you spend time praying about what your purpose is and what that purpose is for your life and your business, that you now have to act on that purpose. She moves in faith, not emotion. Emotions will get you in trouble. So you have to stop and think before you rush into something. This is the step where we say yes to the ideas that we have. We say yes to invest in our learning or to start something, even if it's small, in your business. And the third thing she does is that she plants a vineyard. So she builds something that blesses others. So for those of you that don't know, a vineyard takes time. It's a long-term investment. It's not something that happens overnight. It's not a quick flip. It's not something that you're going to get a quick return on. It's a legacy that you're planting. So when you build as a Christian businesswoman, you can do more than just provide income. You can nourish your family, your community, and even people across the world. And the most beautiful part of that is that God delights in the work of your hands when you root everything that you do in Him. And so how do we take those three things and how do we apply those into our business? So I want you to think about, what could your field be? There are many different business models out there, and they can align with a Christ-centered life. So I want to go over a few examples because you may not have thought of them as examples before of what you can do. Everybody knows about product-based. Those are handmade goods that you make, products that you resell. But they could also be digital products. They could be books that encourage and equip others. You could also have service-based that you utilize. That could be coaching, consulting, mentoring, design. You could do facials, you could do a lot of other things. Using your expertise to serve someone else. There's also affiliate and summer network marketing. That's where you're sharing trusted products that you actually believe in, that are supportive and that you can give to those who are around you that need that particular item. Or you could be travel-based. That's helping others plan trips for themselves with a purpose, whether they're going for rest, reconnection, or a mission trip. That is an option. Travel is something I believe in particularly because it opens doors for ministry in a lot of different ways, as well as mentorship, memory making, and community building. And it's not just about vacations. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. It's about helping people step into their God-given dreams and experience the world He created. And some of the women I've mentored in the past are now leading group trips, encouraging Christian community, as well as building some income streams that support their families and their callings. So here's my question for you today. What is the field that you are considering? And what stage are you at? Are you in the praying stage? Are you exploring your options? Or are you ready to stop and plant to create that legacy? So maybe the Lord has already shown you something that you know you're supposed to do, but you've been hesitating. So I want you to use this as your confirmation that it's time to move forward. And maybe you're still in the discerning phase. That's okay too. Wisdom is a process. And God is patient. So I want you to stay in a posture of prayer this week and trust that He will guide your steps on what you're supposed to do with your future business. So if something stirred in your heart today, I'd love to hear about it. You can share in the comments, or you can message me privately. So tell me what field you are considering. Or just say, please pray for clarity for me, and I'll be honored to pray over your business and your ideas this week. So if you've been curious about travel as a business path, or you want to support in exploring your next steps, you can message me the word mentor to learn about the opportunities there that I offer for Christian women in business. And next week, we're going to dive in on how to align your personal mission with your business vision. Because when you know your why, your work becomes your worship. So I want to thank you for joining me on the Lydia Table today. And remember, be the lighthouse, grow the business, impact the world. I'll see you next Tuesday.